I'm just curious to hear your assessment, having the summer to sort of analyze the roster and the team. What do you feel like will be your main goals in this camp to help the team take that next step that we talked about the first time that we spoke to you?
Yeah, no, I think, we come into camp and you get to see your players skate, in informal skating the last 3 weeks. And, the biggest thing that I talk about is make sure we're the hardest working team in the league. I brought that up a few times, and that's what I hope we do. I mean, the skill and the talent's great, but if you don't have the work ethic to go with it, yeah, you're not going to go a long way. So I hope everybody gets the message that we're going to work hard, we're going to compete hard every day, and we know we got some skill and talent, and we've made some changes to our roster, obviously, and I like the makeup of our team right now.
When people talk about the system that you'll bring in, can you give us some points of emphasis as far as the way that you want this team to play?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, everybody has their systems, and there's not a big difference in NHL teams. A lot of us do the same things. It's about executing them and believing in your systems and getting 23 guys to buy in and they execute. So I just want to make sure our guys are ready every day, prepare the same way, and tomorrow's day one. Let's get everybody on the same page and playing the same way and working hard and competing hard, and we'll see what happens.
What have you been doing to get to know the guys a little bit here? Because I know that many of them have been tripling in.
Yeah, no, I mean, not a lot. I mean, they circle in, they come for their skates. The odd guy walks by and picks up his lunch and says hello, coach, and you get to meet guys a little bit. But no, we're not spending a whole lot of time with them right now. They're doing their thing. We're doing our thing as coaches to get ready, and it's nice just to, like I said, to casually meet them.
Yeah. Chris Drury has been said it a few times now about, that need or the desire to have a captain for the Rangers.
Yep.
It's been a while. You didn't have a captain in Vegas. You never named one there.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you lie on that to have the need for a captain with this group?
No, I think it's real important. There's no doubt. I mean, I don't know for sure right now what's going to happen, but if I was a betting man, I think we're going to have a captain on day one. So we'll see.
Day one being first
Day one NHL regular season.
Okay.
And it could be before that. I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see. Like I said, it's not. It's a priority, but like I said, we're getting ready for camp and we're getting to meet the players and that. So if I was betting, we'll have a captain.
If I can follow up on that, Captain, what do you want your captain to be? Like, what do you want? What are you looking for in a captain?
You know what? Captains are important to your team, but 23 guys are more important for me. And like it was brought up before, some teams don't have captains. Vegas, we didn't have one. We're an expansion team. That's the way we went. And I just think it made a lot of guys buy in and a lot of good leaders. So I'm not putting, whoever gets to see on our hockey team isn't going to be alone. We need everybody to be a leader. We're going to have veteran players. But for my type of team, it's 23 guys being ready, whether you're 18 years old or you're 40 years old. Everybody got to take a big part of it. And that's when you take your steps, when you got 23 guys buying in. And the voice in the room is from 23 players, not from 2.
Is there a particular reason why you think this team, it's important that this team has a captain for the makeup?
No, not really. No, I mean, me and Drew discussed it a little bit. We talked about it a little bit with the assistant coaches and everybody else. And, some of the players, I think, talked about it last year, saying they'd like a captain. So, I mean, there's some good choices, obviously. We got some good veteran players, good leadership here. And like I said, to me, it's not a big deal. But, I know it's important in a market like this. And, the discussions we had, we think we're going to lean towards a captain.
How much experimentation do you think you'll be doing early in camp? How quickly would you like to get to combinations? Just some stability,
Yeah.
understanding that this is a new group for you, and
Yeah.
there's a lot, there's a lot in the air.
I think the first couple of games you're going to see, a lot more people play different games, different spots. But I think the last 2 or 3 games you're going to see a lot more line combinations, a little bit more of the roster, obviously, and we'll see from there. But people come to camp and they want to get looked at, and we just had the rookie camp and the development camp, and some kids showed real well. They played really well, and they deserve a chance to play an NHL exhibition game. So we'll give them the opportunity, and probably game 4 or 5, then we'll make some big decisions and get a lot closer to our team for sure.
So how much emphasis do you put on exhibition games for veterans as opposed to what you see when they're skating at practice?
No, not a lot. I mean, like I said, I'm a new coach coming in here. A lot of these players are the same guys from last year. They play with different personnel, and I just think, we're going to put some lines together. Sometimes you might see the combination that I see you guys put out there in the media, and, a lot of good lines there, and, you like what you see. But, we'll experiment with different things for sure. But the quicker I get to the last 2 games of the season, get our line combination together and start the regular season. But again, I mean, lines change all the time. I'd like to, in a perfect world, you'd like to have your 4 lines set and away you go, but things change all the time.
Is a guy like Lafreniere, who's been a left wing, you look at him and say, we may need you on the right?
As long as he likes it over there. He'll get an opportunity to play over there, maybe, yeah.
He'll get an opportunity.
He's a young kid, yeah, no, for sure. We want those kids playing a lot of hockey, and it's like anything else. I don't care if you're 18 or you're 35 years old. Come and play and show up and show you deserve that ice time, and you'll get it. So it's all about what they want to do, and you know, we're ready to take another. We talk about taking another step as a team. Well, it's not just the young kids. It's about everybody taking another step and you know, get to where we want to get.
Going into this camp,
Sorry, do you envision in your perfect world Zibanejad and Panarin playing together or apart?
You know what? It's too early to say that. It really is. I mean, I want to see them. I want to, you know. I know that.
So both ways?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want one line that's going to, you know, stack up and then the other lines aren't as strong. I mean, I think we can put together some line combinations and everything works out good with that. But I'm not set on, you know, any one line right now. I really ain't.
do you come into this camp, most of us look at your roster and think you know who your top 10,
Yeah.
11, 12 forwards are going to be. Is there room for a young guy? I mean, you know, Goalie just had a really nice rookie camp. I mean, could somebody off the board?
Well, we all know what it's like. I mean, you have a salary cap and you got to go by thing, but that's what we have training camp for. We love surprises. Maybe it doesn't work out right away, but you know, maybe down the road different things go. So we want every kid coming in here doing his best, pushing for a spot in our roster. And I don't think any roster is too good in the NHL if you see somebody do real well in those exhibition games and not give them an opportunity. So we'll see where it goes and shakes down, and you know, me and Chris will sit down and talk about it, and the rest of the staff. But that's what we want. Every year we want somebody coming in here and pressing it for a job and trying to take somebody's jobs. And in the same hand, you hope your veterans come in here and earn their job. That's what you want from training camp.
What's your thoughts on the goalie position and how much you'd like to see your starter play in the regular season? Is it
The goalie position?
yeah, is it more
Yeah,
60
no,
games,
I mean,
65 games? Do you have a number?
We've got, you know, 3 capable goalies that are playing there. Obviously, you know, that, you know, you look at it and say, you know, is this guy going to play 60? This guy going to play 20? That's not how I do things. We do it one day at a time, and we play, you know, go from there. And like I said, you come to camp, you work hard, you get ready for the season. That's what it's all about. But I'm not going to say who's going to play, you know, amount of games now, because it's not fair to anybody.
Have you talked to Alexi about moving to the right side at all? And any
I haven't talked to him, no.
Just to follow up on that, you look at the guys that have traditionally played left wing, some talented players there, Panarin, Kreider, Lafreniere. Do you sense that one of them would be most comfortable if you moved them? I mean, have you thought about that or talked to them about that?
We've talked about it as a staff, but we haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. I don't think, to be honest with you, most players like to play their offside, you know, especially skilled players like the kids you're talking about, Lafreniere, Kako, you know. So if they play on the right side and they play some games in training camp in there and they feel comfortable, then maybe they'll start over there.
What do you think of Kako in terms of going into his 3rd year now, what you've seen from him on tape as a rookie and then last year? What do you mean? I'm sure you've seen him in these informal skates and stuff. How's he look to you? What are you expecting from him?
Oh, he's a big, strong kid. That's like I said, they're still kids and they're getting better. I think he's going to be a great player for us, and you know, moving on forward. Again, it's an opportunity for him to take a big step this year, and hopefully we give him that opportunity. Hopefully he takes advantage of it, and you know, because you got to earn your ice time. That's what it's all about. You can't give anything to people that don't deserve it. But this kid's a good hockey player. I think he's going to be a real good player in this league for a long time, and we're hoping it takes off, you know, the first game of the season.
How are you going to look at like recent history with guys playing with certain players? Like Kreider's played a lot with Zibanejad, Panarin's played a lot with Strome, Fox, Lindgren, Miller, Truitt. Is it a fresh start for you because this is brand new, or will you lean a little bit on what they've done?
Well, you look at a little bit what they've done, but to be honest with you, it's a fresh start. I mean, my last opportunity was in Las Vegas, and 31 guys came from different teams, you know, so you can put things together, things click real well, and, you know, so I'm not worried about that, you know, I'm just worried about getting a solid group together, playing hard together and playing well together, and it's our job as coaches to, you know, look at the line, say that's a good fit, let's lead this for a while, and hopefully it stays that way.
So how did you break down the responsibilities of your assistant coaches?
Well, we talked about it a lot. Mike Kelly's going to be doing the power play. Gordon Murphy's doing the PK, and myself and Jim Midgley will assist them both. So, you know, it's not one thing where one guy goes over there and does all the work. And, you know, we're there every day. There's 4 of us in one big office, and we discuss everything as a group. So, if one of the PKs or PP doesn't go well, we're not going to blame that one guy. It's just going to be all about our group.
And you're going to have 4 on the bench, or you're going to have some?
We're going to have 3 on the bench for sure, and then we'll decide what we're going to do. Yeah, we might have one period. And again, I've had both, and you know, sometimes that 4th guy on the bench is really important with the iPad and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. But the last couple of years, I've had 4 on the bench.
With your defense, I mean, you know, we saw Niels Lundqvist. What is your thought on him coming in? First guy coming over from Europe, first year. Do you think what's his chances of making the team?
Well, I watched him last week, and obviously he had a good camp at the rookie camp, and he's a highly touted young player coming over. But again, it's a good opportunity. Let's come out and have a good training camp. Let's go out and play good exhibition games and see where it goes there. I mean, there's opportunities for some guys to make the hockey team, obviously with some spots, but you got to earn it. You got to take advantage of it and earn it, and you know, we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of guys, you know, that got that same opportunity.
What did you see from Nils that you liked in particular?
His skill and his talent levels, there's no doubt. The way he shoots the puck, he skates, he's smooth. You know, it's just a matter of getting, and again, it's a smaller rink over here, so he's got to get used to that a little bit too. So, but he's a good, talented hockey player, and we see him as a top-end player.
Are you a guy who likes to have left-right on your defense pairs, or?
No, that doesn't matter to me. It's whatever they feel comfortable with, to be honest with you. But it's not a big deal to me, to be honest with you.
I wanted to ask about some of the guys you brought in, Ryan Reeves in particular. I know you have experience with him, so I assume you were happy about the move, but why do you think he fits? What do you like about his game at this stage of his career?
Well, I had him for 2 years in Vegas, and he's a physical player. He brings that element to your hockey team, and like I said, he can still play the game. He does the right job. He goes up and down. He plays a good defensive game, and you know, I watch a lot of hockey, like we all watch a lot of hockey, and we brought more grit to our team, and you have to have grit. I mean, you look at the teams that played in the finals, Montreal, Tampa. I mean, Tampa was a great team. They won the Cup the last 2 years, and I think it was because of what they added. You know, they had their great star players, but they added some character and grit, you know, and that really helped them win. So I think we had to add a little bit of that element, and there's no doubt, and I think we added that with the people we added, and I think it's going to make us a better team.
You'll talk to the team tonight, is that right? Or you'll talk to the group?
Yeah, it won't be much tonight. Yeah.
Do you lay out expectations for them? And if so, I guess what are they?
That won't be laid out tonight. That'll be done in a meeting room and all that. But we'll talk with the team, welcome to camp, and you know, just a few expectations, but very brief tonight. No, I mean, our expectations are we think we're a real good hockey team. We think we're an improved team, and like I said, you don't make the playoffs in the next 6 months. It starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of getting ready to play good hockey, and like I said, we're like any other team. We expect to make the playoffs. That's what our goal is. But you just don't say it. Talk's cheap. You got to get ready to work hard and play hard and get ready for every day.
When you are stepping in and taking over a new team, and you've seen all these players on tape, what is the thing that you want to see, you know, in person when they start skating tomorrow or the next day?
I just want them to work hard every day. Work hard every day, and like I said, there might be. Again, I'm not a big. I looked at the Rangers tape from last year. The systems aren't going to be a big difference. It's about executing the system and doing the right things. And you know, our team's growing a year. The young kids get older, another year older, and like I said, we added some different elements to our hockey team. So the quicker we get together and play the same way, and do the same things on the ice, and come together as a team with 23 guys, the better off we're going to be.
Are you a morning skate guy? Do you like morning skates?
As a player, I didn't, but no, you know, we'll see how the schedule goes. Yeah, I mean,
based
we're
on schedule.
yeah.
I wonder, any just thoughts on coaching on this side, on this east side? You know, is it a different style in your mind than it was coaching out west?
Not for me, no. No, I'm not going to change. You know, I've the way I coach, I think that's the way I'm going to be. I'm not going to change my style, and I think we're going to play a fast game. We're going to be an aggressive forecheck team, and all that good stuff that coaches talk about. And you know, like I said, it's easy to say it. Let's make sure we do it.
do you, when you have the time off that you did before this job, is there a lot of reflection there? Do you feel like you come in with any kind of a different mindset at all as far as how you want to attack the team and how you want to, start off?
No, I had 18 months off. I watched a lot of hockey games on TV, but no, nothing's changed with me. No, I'm gonna try and put the same stuff into this team as I did the teams in the past, and hopefully we'll play well, and hopefully it'll work out. And we've got a lot of talent in this team, so I think it should be real good.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.